All right. Every single year, the standard for being a strong guy keeps on going up and up. And a two-plate bench, which used to be impressive, in 2025, it's pretty much as expected from you. But, however, you could hit 100 kilos and hit the standard for being a strong guy before the end of the year or within 6 months. All right. If you want to hit 100 kilos as fast as possible, follow these exact steps, and I promise you, you'll get it before the year ends. Just to show you how confident I am in this, message me bench on Instagram at that account, Packy, and I'll make you a full plan to hit 100 kilos. If you don't hit the 100 kg bench after following the training program, I'll send you $50 just to say sorry. All right? Well, actually, listen to me. I've coached someone who went from 45 kg for 3 sets of 5 to 87.5 kg for 3 reps in exactly 29 bench press sessions. So we've been training together for a few months. He's hit bench 29 times while building lean aesthetic muscle. I've also done the same thing and built a fair amount of size. He wasn't training optimally, by the way. He was benching every 5 days. He was missing sessions. We had Ramadan on, so he was fasting during that for a month. He had long arms, 6'1" with a long wingspan, but he could still do it. If you can bench anything over 50 kilos for 5 reps, this is going to work for you. Even if you have 40 kg, even if your max is 40 kg or less, hitting a 90 kilo bench press this year, if you start now or within 6 months, depending on when you're watching, is completely realistic and pretty simple to do. That puts you ahead of most guys in the gym and on track for 100 kilos by early next year if you want to hit that 90 this year. One more thing is you probably never actually train properly. So I still got novice gains once I started benching the right way after 3 years of calisthenics at home. Noob gains don't start when you walk into the gym. They start when you actually start training properly. It's not like a stopwatch that just goes off when you join the gym. And then at the 2 year mark, you just get capped and you can't make gains anymore. It's about how much of your potential have you reached. First of all, the advice is, let's just get into it. Number one, you need to eat more to get stronger. Start on 2,800 calories a day of mostly whole foods. Don't worry about the calculators online. I already tried them. They underestimate your food so much. Just trust me on start with 2,800 calories and adjust from there depending on if you're gaining too fast, you're not getting fast enough. But for 99.999% of people, 2,800 calories is fine to start with. If your bench stalls for 3 or more sessions after the first few weeks, then add more food. You need to keep getting stronger and bigger. Your strength is directly tied to how much you're eating. If your body doesn't feel safe to grow, then it won't. You need to keep eating more. By the way, this is the type of logs that my clients send in for me. So I get a log of their daily food and then a calorie total and then a weigh-in total, right? So this just helps them stay accountable with counting their calories if they have someone watching over them. If that's something you're interested in, you can reach out for one-on-one coaching. I'll be happy to help. So yeah, this is something that I found. Even if you can't send it to me, if you can get a friend to even send your food into, it's going to make sure you're way more consistent with actually hitting this total. Number two is train bench minimum twice a week, doing 3 sets of 5. That's very specific. 3 sets of 5 reps on each set. Don't go higher, don't go lower. And add 2.5 kilos to your bench between sessions. That's gonna you might think that's really fast right now. I was on a call with our client on Tuesday and they were saying there's no way you can keep adding 2.5 kilos forever. But you'd be surprised though. You'd be surprised how fast you can add weight once you start eating in a surplus, once you start recovering properly, and once you stick to low reps. When I was working out with high reps, it was pretty much impossible for some reason to add weight. You maybe add weight like once every 2 weeks. When you switch to 3 sets of 5, you will add weight multiple times a week if you're consistent. All right, this is just a little plan of how it go. Like, let's say you start your max, you're doing 60 kilos right now for 3 sets of 5, right? You would want to start a bit lower than that so you can build your way into it. You can have that momentum. So the first few weeks should be really easy. So you got 50, 52.5, 55 start of week 2, 60 start of week 3. And you would make pretty easy progress right around this point. I found with a lot of people is 80 kg. That's when you start to stall a little bit, right? So 80 kg, maybe you got 4 reps on the first day of bench, and then you got 5 reps on the next one, you move on. 82.5, you maybe stall again, you don't hit it as quickly, and that keeps on going for 85 as well. 87.5, maybe you hit it once, you fluke it, and then you mess it up the second time, and then you have to take a deload down to 80. That's fine. You're still only 3 months out, and you're already repping 80, right? So you build back up. to 82, 85, and then you're stuck on 87 for ages. You're literally stuck on 87 for 3 weeks, right? And then you push past it, you keep bumping your calories up, maybe on like 3,400 calories by this point, and you're gaining weight, you're gaining size, and then you eventually hit 90 kilos for that 3 sets of 5. All right, so now you know you probably could hit 100 kg on your day now. But then let's say the next time you go in the gym, you're not as strong, you maybe drop down to 87, and after that, in week 18, you are on 90 kg for 3 sets of 5, and when you can hit it twice in a week, you know you're set. You're gonna get the 100 next time. It's locked in, all right? So you should comfortably hit it within 5 months if you're starting on 60 kilos for 3 sets of 5. And that's the 80-20 rule for hitting 100 on bench. 80% of your results will come from literally just eating more food and then bench pressing more. That's literally it. Bench pressing heavy and bench pressing often, all right? Just a plug, DM me for one-on-one coaching on Instagram, and I'll send you a free guide and plan on how to bench 100 kg based on what your max is right now. And yeah, by the way, I'm serious about that $50 offer. If you follow the advice that I have and we work in the long term, and you follow the advice and it doesn't work, I'll literally send you $50. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see ya.